Hello, everyone, and good morning. Welcome back to our Introduction to Python series. This is the second lesson of the second unit. In the last lesson, we introduced the if statement, and in this one, I want to branch out on this if statement because it can definitely go a lot deeper. There's if else statements, and there's just if else if or elif statements too that we can also use that will also make our decision making flow be a lot smoother. So there's definitely a lot more to get into with this if. So let's just get started right now. So the first thing, if you just do if else right here, because else is basically meaning if something happens, if this condition isn't true, then you're going to do the else. So obviously if height was true, then it would run, because it would know it was true, it would print high right here. But if it's not true, you're going to go to the else statement. So it's kind of like you're having a condition and you're having a reaction, whether it's true or false. So we can either print high or yo. So like if height was true, we'd get more so into this if statement because it would print high right over here. But if it got into the else statement, if it was false, as we saw, prints yo. So that's kind of an interesting part of the else statement, and that can be used for booleans, it can be used for integers, it can be used for floats. So I'm going to make height equal 50. I'm going to make it equal a numerical value. Now, there's else if statements. So we can use the word elif So now we have a perfect condition here. Now, the else if statement, or elif, this basically is an extension of the if statement. Now this is sort of if this wasn't true, then we go down here to the else if. So if this if is false, but you want to test another condition, then we could test that here, and then if that wasn't true also, then we'd go to the else. So like let's say we wanted to test if something was greater than, less than, or equal to. If height was greater than 50, then we could print high. Else, if height was less than 50, we could print yo. And then obviously, of course, you can have parentheses here, but you could see it didn't yell at me for having them or not having them. So it's kind of just a personal preference. So it tested this condition. If height was greater than 50, it printed high. And then it went down and tested this condition. If it was less than 50, it printed yo. But because it's 50, it didn't fall into either of these, so it then printed big. But if height was something like 30, and we ran this, it would print yo because it would fail this condition, so it would go to the else if, but it would pass this, so it wouldn't go to the else. It would go and print this, so it would print yo. And this is kind of just a very basic application of it. So here, if I wanted to kind of have more of a user impact on it, I could have right here, enter your height in inches and nearest whole number, and then whatever the user wanted to say, 60, then you could print high. So like if I wanted to do this for a real world situation, like let's say I'm trying to go on a water park ride. here, if I was greater than 50, I could print, you can ride the ride. And then here, if it was less than 50, I could print, sorry, you can't ride the ride. But if it was equal, you could print something like they might let you in. And then here, this is an easy way to ask the user for their input. Enter your height in inches, and then I could say 60, and then it would print you can ride the ride. 50, they might let you in, and then 20, and then it will not let us ride this ride. So basically, it's a real-world application of us testing all three of these conditions. If it's greater, print this. If it's lesser, print this. If it was equal, print this. Test around with this. We're going to have a little progress check after this video here on the if and the if-else statement and the else-if statement. So if you need a bit of a refresher on those, definitely go back and watch Unit 2 Lesson 1's video. But other than that, I don't have anything else I need to say. So I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.